Hey Baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today we're doing a pick a card reading. This one is all about your villain era. So this should be a really fun, cathartic, and lighthearted reading. And I'm so glad all of you are here. So go grab your comfies and your stuffs and join your auntie on the other side. So as you see before you, there are 3 cards. These are going to be your psychic linking objects. I will be pulling as I go today. And if you're pulled to more than one group, you may have more than one message here for you. I will insert a little video for those of you guys who need more time to see which group you're drawn to. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a...
Hey, Group 1. All of you that selected Fire Woman, this is going to be your reading all about your villain era. I did this reading quite a few months ago, last year, and the energy's changed. It's shifted. We got some new villainous energy, right? And the truth is, sometimes when we become heroes in our own journey, we become villains in other people's journeys. And that's just kind of the way it is. I feel for you, Group 1, that you're kind of a reluctant villain here. It's not something like you set out to be or you wanted to be. It's just kind of what happened. We have Father, inspirational, law and order, disciplined, rational, frees others to explore and learn, understanding, protector, oversees others. So I feel like you're really responsible. I think you've always been really responsible. And I think you've always taken care of other people. Am I right? Okay. Always taking care of others, always seen about others. Probably feel overly responsible for others that really aren't your responsibility. Maybe the oldest child. And here's the thing. All of that's kind of being set on fire. It's like you're realizing you've been taken advantage of one too many times. Like you've gone above and beyond for people. And a lot of people experience this over the holidays. Okay. This is a timeless reading, but specifically the holidays. A lot of people went above and beyond and no one showed up, or they went above and beyond for one person and the other person didn't even say thank you. And there's a lot of different circumstances for this, but there's an awakening to the fact of our value here, what we really mean to other people and how people use others. And to be fair, and I'm not defending anyone here, I think people use other people unconsciously. I think we're just programmed to use each other. A lot of us, not all of us. Not all of us, okay, but a lot of us. And it's brought about by really dysfunctional social and family situations. And we have to kind of like make people aware that, hey, you're using me. Now, some people know they are, okay, to be really fair. But sometimes you have to bring that out, right? You have to put a stop to it. And it makes you become people's enemy. It makes you become the big mouth. It makes you become the troublemaker because you're not going along with the program anymore. Like, why aren't you letting me use you? Like, I don't understand. We've always done it this way. We've always gone on spring break and you've always paid for it. Sure, baby doll. No, not anymore. We're not doing that anymore. Spring break's canceled for you. That's kind of how it is. And I laugh about it, but actually, I feel like this is actually very painful because it's like, I love those people I went to spring break with. I love them. And I realize that maybe I love them more than they love me. And they're actually using me. And I feel horrible. So I'm going to need that spring break vacation money because I may need some therapy. That's the reality. So it doesn't necessarily feel good to become your own hero. Um, because many times, even though you're being heroic and you're, doing what's best for you and blah, 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 all that stuff, it feels like you're also breaking your own heart. It feels a little bit like, why am I doing this to myself? Because ultimately, it's the right thing, right? You have a few more cards here. I don't know if I'm going to take all of them. We're going to take that one. We have Knight. Focus on the needs of others. There you are. Mercenary. Goes into battle for noble causes. Chivalrous, self-sacrificing, protective, loyal, honorable. You are all these great things. You are all these wonderful, great things. And you've given this to people who do not deserve you. It's like the makings of a arch villain. Um, and the thing is, you're a champion of self, is what you've become. And champions of self often trigger people because you're basically like, no, you're not going to mess me over. No, I'm not going to take shit from you. No, bitch, you're lying to me. I know you're lying to me. Like, we're not doing this anymore. No, I'm not paying for that. No, no becomes second nature. Instead of yes, instead of I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you, it's no, I'm not going to. We have Queen, pure awareness, compassion, logistical, willingness to feel the good and the bad. Doesn't know everything, but is fine with that. Surrenders what is and frees impulse to control. And here's the kicker. Now let's just be real. When you pay for things, when you, uh, are very giving, there's a false feeling that you have some kind of control. You have some kind of impression. You have some kind of value in a situation. And it wasn't real. It wasn't real. That feeling that you had control or any kind of impression was not real. And you basically had to take your crown back from somebody. You had to free up your crown because they took it from you. In fact, many of you didn't even know you wore a crown. You didn't even know you were a queen or a king or royal. You couldn't even see your own value with these people, this person around you in this situation, because these people would never let you see yourself shine. They stole your shine. Okay. They stole your wonder. Let's look at the toxic energy here. You had to get out. Okay. You had to get away. I'm hearing that Lenny Kravitz song in my head. The one they used to play on the radio all the time. All right. Okay, these are spitting themselves out. So we're going to take them. Oh, there's a lot. We have primal fear. They use fear as a way to control. Kramer versus Kramer. Refuse to co-parent. Destination addiction. Got some addiction issues. Blade Runner. They spend more time on the internet and socializes with uh, strangers. So I feel like there was a false sense of familiarity here. Okay. Um, I feel like they wore a mask, and you kind of had to rip it off and see the truth here. Also, addiction was involved here of some kind. Some of them were addicted to like gaming or addicted to like love on the internet, if you know what I'm saying. But definitely there may be some substances as well. Some of them are addicted to attention, and you stop giving them that. Okay. And I feel like part of your villainous era is not just realizing your worth, but embodying your worth here with the queen. Embodying it. Now when these toxic people and situations see you, they're like, oh shit, what did we do? All that money, time, attention that you poured into them is being poured into you. And you can't help it. I mean, look at this picture. Like, you can't help it that you're on fire. You can't help it that you're a hottie. You can't help it that your life is more fulfilling without these people. You can't help it that you're happier without these people. And if that makes you a villain, so be it. Some people aren't meant to be in your life for forever. Okay. Sometimes just for a season. And we have to be okay with that. We have to say, you know what? It's all right for some people to not be able to walk with you forever. It's okay. They're just not meant for you that way. You know? And it feels like I feel good in my skin. I feel good in my skin. I feel good. I feel good to be alive. And, I feel like a lot of people have tried to kind of like steal your thunder, knock you down, get in your way, because you shine. You are such a good-hearted person. And good-hearted people often get treated this way. Cope. Ooh. They're not coping with these changes you're making. And I feel like for you, also, there is mechanisms that you used to use to cope with these really, you know, I feel the emotions that you are trying to deal with, trying to cope with. Feeling undervalued. You don't just wake up one morning and you're like, oh, I'm undervalued. I mean, it's a feeling. It's like a nudge that you just don't want to deal with. You want to get the hug and say, okay, I love you. I feel like crap, but we're just going to shove it down. And you may have been dealing with some toxic ways of, you know, emotional eating, things like that, shopping, destructive ways, right? And I feel like for you, you may have made a connection between being used in this situation and that feelings and the coping mechanisms that were destructive. And I feel like you have decided that you're not going to do that anymore. And in order for you not to do that anymore, this toxic energy has to stop. And in order for you to make it all stop, you have to be what? Mean. You have to have boundaries. You have to protect yourself from people who say they love you. You know, you can't cope the way you have been. Things can't continue the way they have been because you won't be able to get over the hump. You won't be able to make things better. You have to change. You have to hold harsh boundaries with people. Hard boundaries, harsh boundaries. Okay, tell me more. We have happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused, love, reckless. Okay. So I feel like you're in a situation where you're kind of happy-go-lucky. You're moving into an era with this villain era where you're very feeling more free, where you're not I can't talk. You're no longer having to cope with a lot of the stresses of dealing with being undervalued. And so there's room in your life for fun. There's room in your life for, self-care, for, cooking and going for walks and hobbies and traveling and going to the beach and enjoying your life, which is something I don't think you've had a lot of, at least here lately. And I want to just touch on this a little bit because we're coming into a very difficult time in the world. And enjoying life can be a real act of liberation. Remember that, okay? Remember that. So I feel like part of your villainous energy, how it's going to appear to other people, is you being happy. You having the nerve. How dare you? How dare you? You dare to be happy on my watch? What? Without me? Without us? You bitch. Let's get some tarot. No reversals. You bitch. How dare you? And you know what? Just say yes. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll play your villain. I'll be your little villain. Whatever. As long as I'm happy. I'm happy and fulfilled and living life. We have strength. We have the Page of Wands. Ooh, free spirit, new ideas, new insights, new energy. Yes, yes. And you might be a Leo with the strength card. And if you're a Leo or you have Leo placements, Leo's moving in Jupiter next year. And baby, it's going to be there for a while. And Leos are going to have a good time. They're going to have a good time. And so we have new energy, limitless potential. There's just this like happiness, joy of being you, falling in love with yourself. Listen, we're not talking about narcissistic self love. We're talking about I like myself after being devalued, after not seeing your worth, after the world saying you're too short, you're too tall. You're too big, you're too small. You're too up, you're too down. You're too this, you're too that, you're too that. It's enough to drive you crazy. You find a peace. You find serenity. Not because the outside world is at peace and serene, but because you have found value. You have found your own personal strength and fortitude. And you are feeling more free and inspired. And I got to tell you, people don't like that. They don't like it when you're inspired and carefree. You're creative. You have vision. And that scares them because of death here, because of change. Are you an Aquarius? There's a change making. Uranus energy, Gemini, change making energy here. You're making changes. Some of you are making changes that affect these other people, and they don't like it. They want you to stop it. Why you got to be so mean to us? Just pay for spring break. They just want you to pay for spring break, and that's symbolic, of course. But, you know, things have to change. People have to grow up, and you have to do what's right for you. Remember this. It is not shameful for you to make decisions that are in your best interest. Say it with me one time. It is not shameful for you to make decisions that are in your best interest. Let me tell you a little secret. Most people are. Your best interest probably includes your kids, okay? Your family. But understand that's not how everyone works. Okay? It's very important. We have the Three of Cups. Look at you. Making new friends, making new plans, reaching out and networking, feeling good about you. Your villain era has you making new friends and new contacts because you have recognized the baddie within you. You may be called to group 3. I haven't done it yet, but you may be called there because it's like you are changing so much. You're changing so much that you scare some people. And I'm going to tell you something. Those people might need to be scared. Maybe they're running their mouth. Maybe they got too much shit to say about you. Maybe the truth is the truth. And maybe you're going to get some more truth. Tell me about it. The Queen of Wands. Ooh, tell me about it. No reversals. The Knight of Wands. I feel like, whatever you find out, whatever else comes forward during your villain era, you're going to face it head on with charm, dignity, action. Action Jackson should be your nickname during your villain era because you are not, and what I'm getting here, he's carrying action. Oh, this is the Shining. I feel like you will not be afraid to cut someone off. You will no longer linger in dysfunctional relationships because you've seen the damage they've done to you. And you are you focused. And it's not that you don't love other people. It's not that you don't care. It's that you see your value and you understand how people have used you. And you are now committed to what? To taking care of yourself. And it's a beautiful thing. And to some people, you will be a villain. And to yourself, you will indeed be heroic. All right. So that's what I received for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. And if you're still here, and if you can, in your emojis, drop me a little axe. A little axe or a little knife from your emojis for the cutoff, for the quick cutoff of those who would use you. All right. Thank you all for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you feel like hyping the video, please do, and you can. It does help the channel. Share and comment. It also helps the channel. And I appreciate all of you being here. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey Group 2, all of you that selected double X, this is going to be your reading all about your villain era. So let's get into it and pull some cards for you. Tell me about my Group 2's villain era. Why does this feel so unpredictable? I feel like you may be a little unpredictable. There may be some surprises here. I think you speak your mind. I feel earth energy like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Capricorn, Taurus. um, very strongly here, but you may not be those necessarily. Tell me about um, this villain era. We have Looney Luna Sisters. Remove all negative energy imprints. Yeah. You're like, get out of here. I'm done with y'all. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done. Like, I am finished with this. I feel you. We have Boogeyman. Release your fears. Boogeyman, bull. BS. Release your fears. Okay. Boogeyman bullshit. Okay. So there is a lot of um, bravery here. It's like, I feel like a lot of you have been holding back on speaking truth here. I feel like a lot of you have been holding back on making actions. It's like you've been sitting back and watching, and you're like, I'm taking notes. Water here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I've been taking notes. I've been watching. Yeah, I've been watching. Okay. We have, my eyes are up here, mister. Stop getting distracted. I feel there's an energy of like, you haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I've been watching you. Why so serious? Find your joy. Droopy dog. You're just like, there's also this like feeling of, I'm sick of having to do this. I'm sick of watching the mess and being a part of it. I'm just sick of the situation. I want to be free of this. I want to have no part of it anymore. It's like you face your fears and you speak up. Tell me about it. You speak the truth here. You speak the truth where there have been lies. And you stand up. Tell me more about this villain era. Okay, we have billionaire. Billionaire. You're after your money. You're going on to make your money, okay? You're not going to let anything stand in your way anymore. You're not going to let people's doubt. You're not going to let discouragement. You're not going to let negativity. We have troll and cult leader. You're not going to let crazy people stand in your way anymore. You're not going to let haters, even if it's your own family. You're not going to let people who are envious. You're not going to let fear or doubt. This villain era is about you just clearing the path, making the way for you to be free of like negativity, doubt. I feel like weights, like chains, like bindings, baggage being released, and you just kind of setting yourself free to like do the things that you want to do without worrying about judgment anymore, setting yourself free from judgment and from worry. And the people who talk about you, the people who talk about the things you're trying to do, they're just in the audience watching you. Like, it's come to your attention. These are just, these aren't even active participants, right? They paid to get into the show. So what do they know? What do they know about anything, right? They don't know about you. They don't know about you. Look how mysterious you are, right? You're about ready to take over, aren't you? That's right. And to them, of course, you look like a villain. Of course, because you just don't care anymore. You just do not care. We have journalists. Advocates uses tools to transform ideas, informs, educates, persuades. This is what I get. Entertains. I get that you have educated the people around you. You are educating the people around you. You're just like, here's the deal. Here's the truth about me. This is something you ought to know. I do not put up with any of your bullshit. Okay? I'm not afraid of you. You're not going to talk to me like I'm a dog. You're not going to treat me bad. I'm not putting up with it. I will walk at any moment. This this energy here, this kind of liberation, it really is about your creativity. Group 2, it really is about you freeing yourself from judgment and leaning into this joy, leaning into this thing that you love. Okay, this thing that makes you so happy. And people probably doubt it. People are like, that's never going to work. What are they doing? Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you want to be a professional scuba tank instructor or whatever. I don't know. A scuba, not tank, a scuba diver instructor. I don't know. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you want to be or what you want to do. People will find a reason to just poo-poo it. Okay, they will. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. What matters is you believe in it. What matters is you believe in yourself. And I don't care what, I don't care, what's going on. It doesn't matter. Okay, believe in yourself. Okay, because you have talent and abilities. You have things to give. You have things to offer. And don't allow the world and the state of the world to discourage you. Okay, I know, listen, I am quite aware. Believe me, I'm an oracle. I see things I don't talk about. And it's heavy. It's very heavy. It feels heavy. That's why it's so important that we keep living. We don't allow the fear to keep us from continuing to live and continuing to grow as human beings and see the truth, right? And for many of us, we're seeing the truth in our own lives. That's why we're becoming the villain. Because we see the horse shit in our lives and how people have not supported us. I feel like this is you. You haven't been supported. People haven't cared. People have made you feel like, you should do this or you should do that, but you definitely shouldn't do this other thing. Maybe you want to move, maybe it's simply you want to move or you want to change jobs or you want to marry this certain person or, whatever it is. Let me tell you something. Life is very short, my friend. Live your life. Don't let the trolls and the controlling cult leaders tell you what to do with it. Don't let fear rule over you. If you feel the need to create something, create it. Be free with your creativity. Walking away from toxic relationships. You got profane lady of the evening. Walking away from toxic relationships, guarding an ally of self, self-love, integrity, honoring faith, understands personal power. That's you. This did not happen just overnight. This was a process. Okay? And I think it's a process of knowing. I think you deep down are aware of your abilities and your talents. I think you're aware that you have so much to give and to offer and so much to experience here. And the unrelenting negativity in your life has been crushing. And you realize that in order for you to get anywhere, you have to get out of the mud pit of negativity in your life. And unfortunately, for many of you, the mud pit thinks you are a drag, right? For getting out. Like sorry, I'm saying like a lot. You being different from the rest, this may be your family. You being different from the rest. Oh, you think you're too good. That's what I'm hearing. You think you're too good to be in the mud pit with the rest of us mud people. You get out, you wash off, you clean up, and you think you're better than us. And it's not that at all. The mud is toxicity. It's not identity. People often confuse their toxic behaviors and ways of being with each other and coping mechanisms for identity. Okay. When you begin to heal a lot of the toxic behaviors and toxic coping mechanisms, you find that they aren't your identity. They aren't who you are. You are indeed something else. And you're called to do other things. You're called to get out of the mud pit and take a shower. They don't like it. They don't like it. Why you got to be different? Listen, difference is good. Difference is where great things are made. New ideas are born. And I got to tell you, we need some new ideas made by human beings, not elsewhere. We need innovation of creativity, a renaissance of human creativity. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen to me, group 2. We need a renaissance of human creativity. What does that mean? You got to create. It can be a candle. It can be a work of art worth $30 million. I don't care. But contribute to this. I feel this was group 2. I feel the longing here. I feel the need to create. And some of you may be like, I feel it too. I just don't know. I feel blocked by circumstance. Take your circumstance and let it inspire you. It's not bad for you to put anguish in your art. It's not bad for you to channel emotion into that. Okay? All right? You're a villain because you're different, my dear. And it scares people. Let them be afraid. Let them be afraid of you. Sometimes fear keeps away bad people. Sometimes fear protects you from the people you don't want in your life. You are very intelligent, more so than probably what you've been given credit for. Your grades in school probably don't even begin to touch how smart you are. And that's because school is, it's important. Okay, I'm not going to poo-poo school. It's important, okay? But some people don't test well. Some people do not do good in school because they're highly creative, and school sometimes can be a challenge for super creative people. Okay, give me some cards here and tell me about my group 2. I feel such a good flow for this villain era. It's just like I feel energy flowing into creative, sparked events and connections and beautiful things here with this villain era. Fake busy, moving on, letting go, loving you free. You are free from fake people. This villain era frees you from fakers, from fake interests, from trolls, from family who's fake, from business people who are fake, from people who are going to say, oh, yeah, that's really good. And what they really mean is it's terrible. It's not good. Okay? You're going to attract people who really mean what they say and say what they mean. Just take that in. That can be a real shift for you. Listen, some people are going to think you're a snob. The mud people are going to think you're a snob. Okay? I think what will surprise them is your ability to jump back in the mud with them. I think that's unexpected because I don't feel like you forget where you come from or who you are. I think you're very grounded. I think you just don't want to roll around in mud anymore. And listen, most people don't. But there are some people who like it. It's their life. It's all they have going on. I feel like for some of you with this fake busy, I feel like there has been roadblocks for you. I feel frustration here. Like you have been trying to make things happen. You've been trying, you've been knocking on doors. Perhaps this won't be for all of you. And it feels like there's been obstacles. There's been nothing but issues. Like you just can't seem to get the door open. You just can't seem to make it happen. And I got to tell you, I think these fake busy card is about those doors slowly starting to swing open for you. And immediately when you start getting things like this happening, people will look at you like, oh, well, who do they think they are? There's a lot of uppityness, like people looking at you like, aren't you uppity? Who do you think you are? Jealousy, envy. And the thing is, do they remember when you had to kind of like bust through and be different and be by yourself to get door, you know what I mean? To make doors open to like, here's the thing. Always remember, no matter where the roads in your life take you. Who was there when you were alone pounding on those doors? Okay? Those are your people. And if you were alone, well, there you go. You did it alone. And hey, that's a huge accomplishment. Okay? But these fake busy, during your villain era, it feels like the fake busy people will be gone because I feel like you're going to be like, oh no, you're not really busy. You're faking it with me. You're lying to me. It's like a human lie detector. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been one, but you've let it slide. And there's no more of that. It's like calling people on, no, you're lying to me. No, you're fake busy. Okay, so since you're fake busy, the next time you call me, I have a new number. That's how that goes. It's like lethal. We have massive regrets, and I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you for 30 years. I'm sorry I never encouraged you in any kind of way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Will you stop? Will you stop being so wonderful in this energy of being in your joy and creating and loving yourself more and not putting up with my bullshit? Come back and put up with my bullshit. Please come back and put up with my bullshit. Please, please. And the answer is hell no. Hell no. Hell no. It feels like you start really loving yourself. And God, it's like group one. When you start loving yourself, there are people who will absolutely find you to be the villain. And for some of you, there are people who are going to be like, I wish I could go on that ride with them. I want to go on the ride with them, like your ride to good things. And you got to remember how awful they were with you. Like, remember your cutoff game. Remember why you cut them off, okay? Remember why they're not here for you now. Because, let's not get that yet. Let's get some tarot. Tell me about it. Massive regrets. Yeah, baby. Well, regret. And I feel this energy of like, regret it. You should. And I feel like also during your villain era, honey, you are looking so super fine. So super fine. And you may not feel like it. You may be like, I mean, listen, when you're happy, you glow. Okay. When you group two are creating, you glow. Okay. It's like for you, a lot of you creating whatever this is, it's like it gets stuff out of your system. It gives it a release. It gives it a place to go. We have the Three of Wands. Look how mad they are. They're just thinking about it. I feel intimidation here with the Ten of Wands. They want to talk to you, but they're scared. They're intimidated. I'm reading this intuitively, just so you know, because this Three of Wands has this little dude, and he's so mad. He's so mad. He's just so upset. And it's like there's so many burdens here. I mean, look at all the little baby heads. There's so many burdens. It's just, we have the Two of Coins here. There you are coming into balance. The Six of Swords. Moving on, moving on, moving on with your bad self. Moving on, moving on to getting your money. Getting your money. Tell me about it. We have the Three of Coins. There you are. Moving on, working on your money, working on your things, working on your stuff. And it just feels like this energy here is mad because they regret how discouraging they were, how they treated you. And it's almost like they know that they can't even get near you now. Like you've taken the issues. You've taken your issues, your baggage, your many little doll heads, whatever it is, and you've picked up the burdens of a very bad situation and you've moved on. You moved on. You found balance. Somehow you found balance. You found peace. You found a way to find yourself when it was lost through negativity. I feel like you could not take the negativity anymore. Transmuting it. Transmuting it into you living a better life through not being around such intense negativity. And I feel like you're on your money. And for some of you, like there are people watching you work, like they're watching you work towards this money and they can't touch you. King of Swords, they can't touch you because you're on your game. Okay. You're being very logical. You're being very planned. Okay. Very organized. You know what you're doing. Maybe not as organized, but you know what you're doing. Okay. You're unafraid anymore. And you're investing in yourself and in your future. And I feel like for many people, they know this is something they can't touch. They can't touch this. You are very smart. Okay. Group 2, you are the King of Swords is very intelligent. We have, I will get there. I'm going to do great today. Success is just around the corner. I will get there. I'm going to do great today. Success is just around the corner. Yep. Well, all these people sending you negativity, talking down to you, here you are, talking up to yourself. That takes a lot of bravery, you know. I don't know if you're aware of how brave you are. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. We have, I am effing amazing and I rock that shit. I'm not a second choice. I am the prize. Say it with me. I am effing amazing and I rock that shit. I'm not a second choice. I am the prize. Yes. Yes. Let's get one more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Let's see this one. These two? Okay, we'll take those two. Okay. It's okay. Mistakes are proof that I'm trying. I never give up. Every setback fuels my comeback. There you are. You never give up. You may go down for the count. You may be wounded. It may take you some time, but you get back up to the starting line to start over every time. It's okay. Mistakes are just proof that I'm trying. I never give up. Every setback fuels my comeback. They hate that. They hate that you won't quit. Why don't you just get back in the mud pit? It's okay. It's nice and warm and slimy and gross in here. Every day I wake up and am exceptional. Ooh, I am limitless. And today I'll prove it again. Every day I wake up and am exceptional. I am limitless. And today I'll prove it again. Woo! That's a baddie for sure. All right, group two, that's what I received for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed doing this reading for you. If you made it this far, leave me a bag of cash down below from your emojis. Let's claim this money, billionaire. Future billionaire, be giving to the planet, your fellow humans, okay? And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I love to have you as a member of my tribe. Thank you all for watching. If you can hype the video, please do. It does help the channel. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies in the next one on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected the baddie, this is going to be all about your villain era. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, let's get into it, baddie. Let's talk about your villain era. All right, let's get some cards here. Tell me about my group three's villain era. Tell me about my group three's villain era. Okay, we have the Oracle. We have Fashion Witch. And this one right here, we have Starseed. And the bottom one here, we have Privilege. Okay, and Podcast dropped out as well. Alrighty. Well, your villain era really has to do with you standing up for what is right. I feel like for many of you, it has to do with speaking out on a platform. You may actually be a tarot reader or a spiritualist or work in some kind of spirituality, or you may be a public speaker, or you may just be an entertainer. You may be in fashion. You may be a podcaster. But there's something here about being in the public on a platform. And I feel like you're really stepping away from this kind of aesthetic of perfection, the what everyone sees as a beauty standard, or what is pushed, out in social media. I see that you are different. You're unique. And I feel like no matter how small you are, your voice matters. And part of you becoming this villain and embodying this villain is understanding that you cannot compare yourself to another. Okay? Because you are so unique. You have unique things to bring to the world. I feel like part of the reason you're going to be looking and feeling like a villain to a lot of people is because of jealousy. It feels like there's going to be some jealousy here from people, and it's going to have them talking about you, maybe even online. And it could be that you're changing your look, you're changing your style, you're changing your aesthetic. Perhaps your body is changing, your hair is changing, the way you do your makeup. But there's some kind of change here in appearance, okay? I feel like with the Oracle, you're following your authenticity. Um, you're following your internal compass. And so your content, your business, whatever this is ringing more true to people. And because of that, it's a drawing in the right people to you. And it feels like There's a lot of boldness here. There's a lot of fearlessness here. And to some people who are outside your paradigm, uh, they won't look kindly on you. Um, they will feel very threatened by you, very jealous, and you may have some issues with gossip. Sorry, my voice is just whatever. You may have some issues with gossip. You may have some issues with even slander, you know. And this could be in the witchy community with this stuff going on, a star seed. It could be in the spiritual community. It could be, you know, in your family. It could be in a small group. Just know that when you're building something, it's quite often that you become gossip, that people start talking about you, and of course they become jealous. Okay, so don't let that get in your way. Don't let that stop you. Okay, just know it's attention. You have people's attention, right? We have caregiver and nomad. I feel like there is a free spirit here. Um, and honestly, just I'm going to be just I don't think you care. I do not think you give two shits what people think about you. I don't. I think you are busy doing you. You're busy doing your own thing and you do not care. You don't care what people think about you. You don't care what people say about you. Okay? And you ignore people. You may be a Scorpio. But you do remember. You have a very long memory that can go on for years, and everything comes back around, doesn't it? And you usually wait for that. You wait for the come back around, and you're ready and waiting for the come back around, right? That's why people think you're a villain, because honestly, and I'm just telling y'all, okay? And there's absolutely zero. I don't judge people because people go through a lot of stuff, okay? And people get to be a certain way because of the way they're treated, all right? And I don't think you care. And I think your cutoff game is severe. Some of you may really guard your privacy. Um, and I just think that if people talk about you and spread lies about you, you don't even care to defend yourself. You're just like, whatever people think, let them think. Okay. More mystery. But when it comes to things you care about, you speak up. You're fierce. People are scared of you. Do you know that? They're literally scared of you. They are so scared of you, especially if you're a witch. They are afraid that you have cursed them, as if you have cursed them or you have cast baneful magic on them. And I feel like this you have forgotten them. Let it be what it is. You have forgotten them and you don't care. Is that worse? Perhaps being forgotten. Challenger, revolutionary, fights the status quo, leader, inspires others. That's where you are. You're out busy about the busy work of being a leader, about inspiring, about growth, about economy, about doing, about embodiment. Okay. Not about trying, but about being the thing. And of course, people are going to hate on that. How dare you embody something? Do you always dress like that to go to the grocery store? Like, really? Yes. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I sure do. There's a lot of judgment here, but I feel like you kind of put yourself out there for judgment. So it's like, yeah, I do. It is what it is. I feel like a lot of you have learned to let kind of trash go in the trash can, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of this bounces off of you. And you understand that the villain thing is kind of necessary, especially if you're trying to accomplish a dream. And I feel like group 3, this is about that. This is about someone trying to accomplish a dream or a goal and no longer being distracted by people who will be envious and hate on you while you're trying to achieve it. And you have gotten over the hump of trying to achieve it, and now you're embodying it. And now you're the villain because you're no longer running the race. You're no longer on the racetrack with everybody else. You know, you're no longer like, I'm trying to do it. Instead, you're like, no, I'm embodying it. I am doing it. I'm not trying. It is happening. It is me. And people have a hard time kind of sitting with that. I think the way you look can also be challenging for people. For some people, it's just you're so attractive. And then you may have a little witchy thing going on, or a little like spiritual thing, or a little whatever thing. And it, to some people, it's super attractive. Also, you have attraction itself. Some of you are really channeling like intense attraction energy. Maybe you've been doing the work, you know what I'm saying? And it can cause obsession and jealousy. Okay? It can bring haters. Haters can be useful. You know? I mean, it is what it is. But you don't care. Give them a seat. Give them a camera. I don't care anymore. I'm free. I feel like you're free from a lot of judgment. I feel like you're free from thinking about what people say anymore. I also feel like with this villain era, I feel like the once lonely girl, lonely woman, lonely person, lonely boy, man energy is transformed. I'm not lonely. I am incubating. I am learning. I am growing. I am allowing. I'm embodying now. I am embodying the artist. I am embodying the entrepreneur. The lonely feeling has been filled up with the embodiment. You're busy embodying the things. It takes a lot of energy to embody things. It takes a lot of activity to embody it. The thing, the goal, the dream, to embody it. It takes a lot of intention, a lot of motivation. And it can fill up the lonely because you're about the business of the day. And I hear the audacity. You have the audacity to do this. You have the audacity to try to pull this off. And again, I'm reminded we aren't trying. We are. And it's not that we are just doing. We are. It's a fact. Ooh, this is irritating to some people. Because the thing is, group 3, when you embody, you really are. It really works. They don't like it. They want you to stop. Because they can't do that. How come it works for you? They don't get it. They don't get it. But that's their problem, not yours, because you're just about your business. You're just about your business doing your thing. It's not personal. It's just ice cream. When you get some ice cream for the house, it's not personal. It's just ice cream. Everyone gets their share, right? Everyone gets their share. And if someone eats over their share, it's not personal. It's ice cream, man. And somebody's going to have to go fix the situation. It's not personal. I'm just on my business. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with me. I feel this very strongly. They're intimidated. Don't mess with you. Have a very much like we can be fun and games, a la la la, but do not mess with me. Not now, because I do not care. I do not care. And I think this is coming from you were alone. You were left alone. I don't mean alone. I mean alone. Okay. Everyone. And I mean everyone. When I say everyone, I mean every single person was gone. Am I right? Group three. And you were alone. And you dug yourself out by yourself. So everyone did all that shit for them. And baby, it's time for you. The spirit supports it. The universe supports it. And Auntie Amy endorses it. It's time for you. You're connected. Those horns on her head, that's connection to the divine. You are divinely guided. And people could call you names and be mad and be like, oh, they're so mean. Oh, they're a villain, blah, blah, blah. Villainous, by the way. Villainous. I'm a villainous. Thank you very much. And that's fine. We have to get over and normalize not being liked by everyone. Not everyone's going to like you, okay? Even on the internet. You want to be liked by everyone on the internet? You think that's going to make you happy? Let me tell you something. We'll take the tubes. A lot, a lot. Over the years, I've seen many, and probably you too, popular creators who create these channels that get the views, right? They get the views. And then one day they come on and they're like, I'm having a problem. I hate my content. I've just been making it for views and I hate what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. Right? You don't want to be that. And they end up tanking their channel, trying other things. It ends up not working out very well. And that kind of thing doesn't work anymore because now people are awake. They can sense the fakery. They can sense it. They can sense it and they're rejecting it. Yeah, there are still some who are younger, we'll call them that, and they're feeding themselves with this perfectionism and all this false, uh, and they're not all young, I should say, but a lot of young people are being fed this now. And a lot of us who are a bit older know where that goes. And so people like you are important. People who recognize this and are willing to be authentic and speak up on whatever platform, whatever way that is. Because we all know that perfectionism, in whatever form it takes, is pretty destructive. It's good to have standards. That's a different thing. But perfectionism can be very destructive. And I feel like we're moving towards a time of authenticity, and being authentic online is what's going to get you views. It's what's going to get you followers. It's what's going to get you your audience. But it's going to take time, and it's going to be different. The days of the influencer as we knew it are over. And we're going to redefine that as we redefine other things. I think you have the ability to perhaps be an influencer down the road if you have this platform, which I feel like Group 3, if you made it this far, you probably do. And I think that's why you're developing a lot of this I don't care, a lot of this moving away from a certain kind of feel. Perhaps you never had it. Perhaps you've always been different. And why you're being guided to really hone in more and more on your authenticity, on the things you have to say, on your art, on your product, and really listen and be willing to follow your internal guidance, because you're a baddie with something to say, something important, and you're intimidating, and you're a hottie. So people are going to find you to be the villain of the story. And it's just really important for you, Group 3, that you understand that you're actually a hero. You are showing people how to connect. You're showing people, some of you, new products. You're showing people how to meditate. You're showing people new music. You're showing people new ideas. You're entertaining people. You're whatever it is. It's something that is very important to the collective. So you're wise to be protective, to not take no shit. Don't give no shit, won't be no shit. You're wise to be that way. You're wise to test people, to vet people. I encourage you, because in our day and age, we have to be. So it isn't a bad thing. We have the Page of Swords here. Tell me more about the Page of Swords. Tell me more. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, lots of swords here. We have the Magician. I'm feeling like a lot of communication coming in. Tell me about this. We have the Hangman. I feel like there can be a lot of frustration for people who can't talk to you or reach you anymore. Like, you have become unreachable to some people. But your villain era really is, for you, is about being accessible to the right people. Okay? I think your villain era is about you being seen by more people. There's a breakthrough coming that you're manifesting. Okay? Hey, this is good news. This is a breakthrough that you've manifested, you've worked through. If you're experiencing some kind of slowdown or pause, just know there's a breakthrough coming that you're manifesting during this villain era. Tell me more about this. This. Okay, wrong deck. I was like, that's not the tarot cards. Okay, tell me about this breakthrough. Tell me about this manifestation. Okay, this one. We have the Eight of Swords. This is something, 88 is going to be a number for you. We have the Moon. We have the Eight of Coins. 3 eights here and the Star. Okay. I feel like you probably can't see that. Okay. Let's move them up. Let's move them up. Okay, 88, 8, 8, 8. So 3 eights. Okay. Um, I feel like, first of all, you really can't see your way to this. This is something that during your villain era, you're not going to see the breakthrough coming. Okay. So don't even try it. Okay. With this Eight of Swords here. I feel like you're going to be really concentrating on your gift, your ability, your content. I feel like you're going to be really focused on your work, your product, your content, whatever this is. Okay, putting the work in, uh, making it quality, just doing that. Okay, and I think it feels like, and it comes in. That's how it manifests. Okay, you're being encouraged to have faith and to not lose hope. Okay, be hopeful about your situation and continue to really focus. And, you know, don't don't allow this kind of feeling to keep you locked in. Okay? Don't allow, and it don't push this down. Okay? It's okay to feel this way. All right? This is valid. All right? Don't push it down. Don't ignore it. Okay. Just know that, you're going to be working on your content or your product or whatever this is, and you'll be busy, and there will be a lot of energy around you, and you may be feeling that. Okay. But it's going to come in with a lot of energy, a lot of eyes, it feels like, a lot of eyes on you. Okay. And it's going to be the result of you having faith, determination, hope, the strength to keep moving forward and following your intuition and understanding that the doubt is illusion. Even though you feel like you can't see your way to it, it's there. Okay. Being willing to see beyond the lies we tell ourselves. All right. Okay, let's get you a couple of cards here. Tell me more. What else do we have for the villain era for my group 3? Okay. We have, I am not a morning person. I'm a morning warrior. There you go. You wake up ready to go. If you don't, it's time to get a schedule. It's time to get a routine. Maybe not a schedule, but there's a difference between a schedule and a routine. A routine is something you kind of get up and do. A schedule is like, for me, okay, is like I get up at 7. I couldn't do that. I have to kind of get up because I have autoimmune disease. So I kind of get up and there are things I do, if that makes sense. Okay, no, we're not taking those. They dropped. Okay, a couple more cards here. We have wearing my confidence like a crown. With every step, I stand my ground. Wearing my confidence like a crown. With every step, I stand my ground. Boom, there you are. I am thankful for my effing amazing life. I am grateful for my effing amazing life. There you are. Because you know what? I don't say this all the time. I don't use this term, but you're going to win. Okay? You're going to win. You're going to win during your villain era. Okay? So use your power gracefully. Okay. All right, group 3, I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you made it this far, leave me the side eyes below with this oracle. Leave me the eyes, the side eyes from your emoji down below to let me know that you've made it this far. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. I want to thank all of you for watching. And if you can hype this video, please do. It does help the channel. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.